Alrighty, my little home fries, we are working on week 17. So our warm-up for the week are going to be these type of problems. Let's take a look. Number 1, a company that makes boxes finds that 3 out of 20 boxes are damaged. What percent of the boxes are damaged? Okay, so what percent of the boxes are damaged? If 3 out of 20 boxes are damaged, then we know that 3 is part of the 20. That's our whole, right? So that's is of. So 3 over 20 equals, and then remember the other side of our percent proportion is percent over 100. And it's asking us what percent. So that means that's where our variable goes. Okay? So now I have my percent proportion, and I remember I cross multiply. That's the easiest way to do this. So I cross multiply. So 20 times x gives me 20x. And 3 times 100 gives me 300. Okay, now I need to figure out how can I isolate my x. I have to get my x by itself. So if I isolate the x, I look at this side and I say, well, 20 times x, 20x means multiply. So in order to get rid of the 20, I have to do the opposite operation. So I divide by 20. And dividing can look like a fraction, remember? So I divide by 20. So 20x divided by 20 leaves me with x. Technically it's 1x, right? Because 20 divided by 20 is 1, but I don't have to put a 1 in front of an x. And then 20 into 300 is going to be 15, right? Because there's 5 20s in each 100. There are 3 100s, so 3 times 5 is 15. So my answer is 15%. All right, number 2. Jolly will cut a piece of candy cane that is 2.5 feet long into 1/4 foot sections. How many sections will result? Okay, so Jolly, she's cutting candy canes, and she's got 2.5 feet, and she's cutting them into, which means breaking it down. Remember, breaking it down or cutting something up, that's dividing it. So we're dividing by 1/4. Okay, this is pretty easy. This is review, guys. Remember, we have a mixed number. I change it to a mixed number by using BBT. BBT is big number times the bottom number plus the top number. 2 times 2 is 4 plus 1 is 5. So I've got 5 halves divided by 1/4. And then you guys know the deal. We don't divide fractions, we multiply them. And the way we multiply is KCF. Keep, change, flip. So we're going to keep, I'm going to come over here, the 5 seconds. I'm going to change to multiplication, and then I'm going to flip to 4 over 1. Now before I multiply, I simplify. 5 and 1, there is nothing I can cross simplify there. But the 2 and the 4 both have a common factor of 2. So 2 divided into 2 is 1, and 2 divided into 4 is 2. Now I multiply straight across, right? Let me move my paper so you can see. Multiply straight across. So that's 5 times 2 is 10, and that's over 1, but we know my answer is really 10 sections. Okay, last one. This one should be fairly simple for us. It's simplify the fraction 4/14. Simplify, that means reduce it. Find a common factor that goes into this and make sure you get it to the lowest numbers possible. So, is 4 a factor of 4 and 14? No. Is 3 a factor of 4 and 14? No. Is 2 a factor of 4 and 14? Yep, 2. So 2 goes into 4, 2 times, and 2 goes into 14 7 times. So that's my answer right there. All right, that's your week 17 warm-up. Remember, all your problems this week are going to be similar. It is your job to work them out and get better by the end of the week.